nervous. Name a fucking situation that I've ever been nervous in,
See,
bro. Every time you've ever called me to pull up on a motherfucker to come, I'm there in 3 minutes, bro. I ain't scared of shit. What the fuck are you talking about? That time you knocked out that one dude, I was 15 minutes away. I got there in 4 minutes. Who the fuck nervous about what?
We don't need to talk about that.
So what?
Fuck, I'm nervous.
First of all, you're doing a lot right now.
Hold on. See,
have I ever been nervous a day in my motherfucking life?
You think nervous is I'm pussy?
Yeah.
That's not nervous.
I might be a little high strung. That's all it is.
Eiman. That doesn't that actually adds to the fact that you are nervous. It's okay.
See, he's trying to gaslight the fuck out.
Why do you think you smoke so many cigarettes? You just told me you would go in a cave for a menthol cigarette.
You said that.
No, you said that you would go in a cave for a menthol.
You said in a post-apocalyptic situation, if I didn't
You
have
ain't
my
down.
cigarettes,
We don't need all the context.
You LA motherfuckers different, bro. Y'all be spinning shit.
The powers of the editing. Look at him. Look at him now.
I'm grabbing my ruffle. I'm thirsty.
The only
Now I'm
fucking
nervous,
nervous
I'm
niggas is thirsty. Welcome back to another episode of The Gray Zone. As y'all can see, oh yeah, bro. So, as y'all can see, we have some special guests. You want to go?
You ain't about to do me like that. You got two very special guests.
First?
Very special.
Okay, it's my bad. As you can see, I have two extraordinary human beings in the building. Very, very special guests. So, if you would like to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Adams, sir.
There we go.
How you doing?
All right. It's my boy's birthday today. Everybody, say happy birthday. Who we got right here?
The one and the only. The reason why Apollo is who he is. The reason why he has a personality that he has. He learned everything from me. The reason why he is living in LA today. I funded his whole entire lifestyle up until this point. I just paid his gas bill this morning. Hollywood.
Yes. All of that was a lie. But
Every bit of it.
it's about 27% true. For sure. Anything past the personality part was a lie. But before that, I think...
I embellished the story.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm lost in that. I'm sorry.
So, welcome, and this is gonna be a good time.
Episode 2.
This is not episode 2.
Hamilton says episode 2?
This is not episode 2.
Episode 3. Whenever it comes out,
I think it's episode 5.
5? You've only done one.
Damn, I wasn't.
No, I did intro to the Gray Zone. I
But
did.
episode 1 was technically with what you just did.
Oh, you're talking about with the guest.
What's the name of the season? I need to know something great.
So this is called the Gray Zone, right? So this is called the Gray Zone.
People into feeling bad about themselves.
No,
That's
my
it.
gosh, no.
Holy shit!
So honestly, I don't
What is
know what the Gray Zone is. It's
Whoa.
like becoming something. But this is, I think it's like the 5th video, but this is the 2nd guest, like appearance that I'm having.
Okay.
So
episode
so episode 2 in this type of format series type deal. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
That was just supporting like a motherfucker.
Basically.
Like yeah, I like
Basically.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank
And
you.
once again, it's my boy's birthday.
Adam, sir, thank you. Delwin. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Shout
So
out.
let's get to it.
All right.
See, don't pull that out like you ain't just gaslighting me upstairs, bro. We not gonna we
Bro,
gonna
this is a whole nother scene. Come on now, I'm bringing that shit over here.
That's crazy. What we finna talk about today?
That's
You guys
nervous.
got some problem that you want to cope.
Alright. So, to get into the thick of it. I'm not, bro, actually. What's going on here? I have a question for you. And I think that it works out because you've been around when I've had these God winks, right?
The what?
God winks. So like, and I'm gonna explain. So those moments where, say you're walking outside, right? And usually your headphones. No, listen, I'm serious.
I'm so sorry. It just immediately took me the time that you gave that homeless person that long ass hug. And I was fucking disgusted.
Bro,
He tried to get my car to that shit. I said, "Wait, better walk your fucking ass home." He said, "Hold on." I'm sorry, I mean, all right, go ahead. That's just immediately where my mind went. Go on.
So just to give you an example of what I mean. You're walking outside. Usually you have your headphones on, bro. Come on, man.
I'm hearing you.
Usually you have your headphones on. And this particular time, your headphones die, right? So now you're forced to like walk around without no headphones. Right. So you're forced to hear anything, hear conversations. If somebody wants to come up to you, it's easier to actually access a conversation with you than
you don't have a. You don't. Well, you're not. Nothing's allowing you to check out.
No distraction, right? And then you hear some people having a conversation, but it was a conversation, they're talking about something that you needed to hear.
Right.
You know, like those moments. Like, so that's what a God wink is.
Okay.
Like to where it's like, damn, like, that's crazy. Like, what the fuck? Like, or that person that calls you and you fucking hear what you're supposed to hear. Or like, or you fucking took a left instead of taking a right to go to work and it was a fucking catastrophic fucking, like, crash or whatever. So that's why I said I think you're the perfect person to have this conversation with, because we've encountered God winks for the last fucking decade.
That's all my life is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wanted to see if you could, and so that's what a God wink is. So let me just fucking.
I never heard that term.
I never heard that term either.
I like that though.
That's I'm glad there's a term for it.
But listen, so I'm on, where was it? YouTube. And there was this lady, I don't know her name, so shout out to you, lady. She was talking to Ava DuVernay, right? She's a director.
Okay.
And she said that term. She was like, God winks. And I was like, oh my God.
Right.
I was like, dang, like, that's crazy. And ever since I heard that from her, I've been like so dialed in.
Where you're noticing it every time.
Yeah, where I'm noticing, but I'm also forcing myself to get in those situations. So when I do go run downtown and I don't have my headphones on, or if I'm working out, I make it a point to take my headphones off,
to where God,
so I can be like, God,
to where he don't have to wink at you.
No, so when he winks, I'll be able to see it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't gonna be nothing boisterous. You know what I'm saying? He ain't about to like. There's not a lot of times where he's gonna strike the lightning down.
Yeah. Right?
There's gonna be moments where it's like it's an accumulation of things. Like all of these little God winks are like an accumulation of the big blessing at the end. You know what I'm saying? To where you're like, oh, and then that happened when you that fucking force. I mean that hindsight is 20/20, right?
Yeah.
So you get to seeing like, oh my God, like oh that happened because of that. Oh, and if that wouldn't happen, I would have never did that.
Right.
All of those things that were leading it up to it. So I just wanted to see what's your perspective on it and like talk about some times that happened in your life. You know?
Bro, I got. Bro, the reason why I was even out here is because of that. You be asking like the questions that
you fucking think.
Not only that, but it's the questions that you kind of just avoid talking to yourself about sometimes.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't even try to relay that shit. You a motherfucker. You a motherfucker, bro. It's like a therapy session with Apollo. Now, the biggest one, like that, like changed my life was I had just graduated college. It was like 2016. Yeah, it was like 2016, 2017, and I met my business partner now that in college. And long story short, we were looking to buy the studio, and we went over there and dealt with the person to buy it. Like, you know, he was like, everything was good for like 3 months. He's like, I'm gonna sell it. My lease is up. Blah blah blah. So we went. That day that his lease was up, we went over there to sign it, and he had some like coming to God moment or something. He's like, I can't get rid of it. All these other things, right? So I was like, damn, I had just signed a lease at like 22. I was paying like $2,600 a month, $2,500 a month in Mesa. And I was like, fuck, you know, because we were kind of like relying, you know. And I was like, well, fuck, I just gotta get a job real quick. So I started working at a place, this college, when I graduated, and they needed some like audio restoration for symposiums. And it's gonna sound like egotistical, it's not like that at all, but like I was so good that I finished the work so fast. It took me like 2 months to finish the work, and they were planning on it taking me a year. But I was just grinding, you know, just getting it all out of the way, and they were like, well, we don't really have anything for you to do audio-wise now. So like they put me on some like clerical work bullshit. You know me, bro, I can never in my life do no shit like that. So I was working there for like 6 months just to pay the bills while me and Nick were still trying to like find a place to rent out, and like, you know, but there was nothing in San Diego because everything's either like super industrial or it's office spaces where they're not, you know, the zoning laws over there are crazy. You can't put studios everywhere. So I called my mom.
This is a music studio, right?
Music studio, yeah, sorry, recording studio. And I was sick of it, bro. And I called my mom, and I was like, I'm not really sure what I'm about to do because I can't do this job no more. But I'm also not gonna be able to afford, like, you know, rent. I was like, I don't know if I should go back to Kansas City, you know, whatever. And my mom said something to me, bro, and it ties into this, but she was like, if you're not where you're supposed to be, you're gonna miss out on the blessings that you would have got where you're actually supposed to be. Is basically what it broke down to, right? It's like, you know what, you're right. So I, like 2 days later, I fuck it, I'm not going to work. I'm done with this. Like, they kind of played me anyway, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing this shit. So I didn't go to work on day 2. Day 3, they like called me in the office. They're like, hey, like, you're fired. I was like, fuck. You know, I kind of expected it to happen, but I was still like, well, now what am I gonna do? I swear to God, bro, that same day I got back to the house and I called my mom. I was like, I just got fired, you know, all these other things. And she's like, it's good, like don't worry about it, bro. I swear on everything. I was on the phone with my mom and I was getting another call online, and it said HP, like Hewlett Packard. I never applied for these people. I never did nothing. And I answered the phone. I'm like, hey, can you speak to Eiman and all these other things? And they're like, we want to hire you for a 6-month internship program, right? To do this whole like UX design thing for like the audio team over there. So I was like leading the audio team. They paid me like almost double what I was getting paid at the job. And it was an internship program where I got paid so I could choose my own hours. So the day I started Hewlett Packard was probably 6 days after that. And then that same week, Nick called me and said, hey, the studio's up for sale for sure this time. I don't know if that's a God wink or not, but like it was, you know what I mean? Like, I think it was like God talking to me through my mom.
Yeah.
Because that one thing that she had said was just like, you know?
Yeah.
Don't miss out on your blessings being where you're not happy, where you're not supposed to be. And from there, bro, it just, so yeah, that's how we got the studio.
Wow, bro.
Trip.
That's fire.
Yeah.
No, that's actually exactly what I was talking about. So
It's almost like divine intervention.
yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Especially at those moments where we feel like I've done all that I can do. Like, even though I know you personally, because I've been knowing you for so long, how deeply tapped in to just God in general we are. Like, obviously we're gonna pray, you know, and we're going to come to God for the situation. But the humanness of us is always like, I need to do everything that I can, and then sometimes I can only speak for myself. We forget that as long as you're doing all you can, God gonna do the rest.
I remember we lived in the Mission Valley apartment in 2015. I remember we was right under that big ass bridge in Mission Valley.
The one over by Dave & Buster's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like right when we got put on the vape.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they said something, bro. And then we started talking. I remember like the conclusion of the entire conversation was, it's just to kind of piggyback off what you're saying, but like almost like when God intervenes, get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you know, sometimes no matter how badly that you want something, if it's not in your cards, God will never make a way for you to have it.
No, for sure.
And I think it parallels because, you know, we talk about praying for something all day and it's going to come and all these other things, but also, you know, God is the best of planners. So if it's not meant for you, it doesn't matter how bad you want it, doesn't matter how much you pray for it, doesn't matter how much you work for it. You know what I'm saying? If it goes against whatever it is that's in the cards for you, bro, you're still never going to get it.
No, that's facts.
It's just important to know.
So that, I feel like that's why it's so important to do the work to silence all the noise, right? So that you can hear exactly, or you can feel, or you can discern exactly what God is saying to you for your destiny, right? So that it will be easier for you to pray for the right things. Because it's crazy if we not, right? Because like you said, this shit just not going, it's not going to work. So I think and the best place to hear the God winks is when you do silence that noise, right? So it's like
you're doing the work. Basically.
You're doing You're doing the work. Once you're doing the work, you're more receptive to the downloads.
But that kind of goes. I might be getting too deep with it, but that kind of goes against like the whole culture. Like I was talking with Molly's mom about it, right? And she was like, "There's a reason why all the sports are on Sundays." I'm personally not Christian. I'm Muslim. but it kind of like, you know, the majority of America is Christian.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna attack a religion or attack like the minds of people with religions, you put all the entertainment on a Sunday. You don't see people getting up and like a family and going to church because there's sports games on.
Mm-hmm.
Blah blah blah. So I think that whenever you're phrasing it, you don't phrase it almost as like it's yourself battling like your connection with God. It's yourself battling everyone trying to take your connection away from God, from you.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Those
Because
distractions.
those distractions, but they're placed there almost at your free will.
Yeah.
It's at your discretion if you know what I mean. It's so easy to get blinded by the luxuries and distracted by all these things, to where you're blocking your connectivity with whatever higher power that is that you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
But it's at your free will, and that's the scary part, bro. Because it's not like anybody's taking you physically away from that. They might be pushing things on you and just kind of placing. You know what I'm saying? Like if we was on a stranded island, it'd be very easy for me to place a basket of food, but it was poison.
Exactly.
You're gonna eat it. You're hungry.
Yep.
You know?
Strategic temptation.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's important to know, bro, because if you allow yourself to be distracted all the time, which we all are, bro. We all got these fucking things connected to us. We all got anything we could ever possibly want, bro. It's right there.
No, for sure.
But I think people lose focus on what's actually important because this life is very temporary. We're all guests on this earth, bro. And whatever you believe in afterwards, if you believe in something afterwards, bro, that's forever. So that distraction is so like minuscule in the grand scheme of things that I think that people could allow themselves to let that go. You wouldn't even be, it wouldn't even be divine intervention or God's wink talking to you. It's just the whole scope of the path that you're on. You can't fail. It's not, at that point, it's not even God's wink. It's some sort of like divine spirit that will, you're guided, bro. Like there's nothing else that could ever block you. You know what I mean? Because if it's for you, there's nothing that can stop it. Except for you. You know, if you're distracted all day long, the things that are for you will never happen.
Exactly.
You're not ready for it, you're not prepared for it, and you don't deserve it, for being honest. You don't have self-control, bro. There's a whole war right now on, I don't know if you're not on Twitter, you know?
I got banned from Twitter.
How the fuck you get banned?
No, I'm not talking about it.
You was saying this about the one shit, no?
No, this motherfucker had me fucked up.
Elon Musk runs it now, so you can say whatever you want.
Right, bitch ass. Alright, sorry.
But I just parallel things.
I got pissed off.
I'm tired.
You sleeping? You sleep?
No, but there's a whole like when you're on like open source platforms like that where you have free speech and anybody can do whatever they want, you can see the bigger picture and what they're kind of push. All it is they're just creating spiritual warfare, bro. And if it's not between groups of people, it's with you and yourself. You know, this person does this, why don't I have this? You're not supposed to see that shit, bro. You're not supposed to see all the people. If right now, me and you, this was 100 years ago, and we're poor and somebody else is rich, you would never be in the fucking neighborhood of the rich person. To even be envious and jealous of what the rich person has or what somebody else has and you do anything, bro. You know what I mean? Like we're too intertwined in other people's cultures. We're too in everybody's business, and then we get confused because there's so much information. We start to question our own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. This conversation took a whole different turn, but that's just what I'm going.
Nah, it went where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
It went where it was supposed
It
to
gets
go.
real, bro. That's
Nah.
it.
Yes.
This is gonna get edited down to a 30-second TikTok clip.
This was an
Exact
hour.
thing that we've been talking about.
This nigga talked my ear off. No, I am actually super grateful, bro. And I would have had it no other way.
Happy to be here, bro. Thank you.
And I wish you, not even wish you, bro. You know I pray for you all the time, bro. I already know that you're guided, bro. You a little crazy. Please don't get it confused.
Fight the good fight.
Don't get it confused. But your heart is in the right place. Even when you try to act like it's not. I love you, bro.
Love you too, brother.
And I'm super excited for your new journey back in Kansas City. Yeah, it's been a journey, bro.
Back with the thugs. You know what I'm saying?
It's been a journey. So
Gray Zone,
this
episode
is really
2.
Gray Zone.
Tap the fucking-
It's not the episode 2, bro.
It is. We just established that.
No, it's not the episode 2. Thank you, bro.
Nah, it's the episode 2 with the guest.
Yeah, this is episode 2 with the guest.
That's what I just said.
But you don't do that.
So
You don't do
yes.
that. You keep passing my water, bro. If these were your last words, what would you say?
Damn.
If you knew these were the last words that you had.
I got so much I want to say to motherfuckers, bro.
And you only have 5 words.
5 words.
That's a great question.
It's probably what my dad say. Let the chips fall where they may. Or life short, don't die.
Hey, either one. You got it. Last 5.
I just stopped. No one's down forever.
Come on. There it is.
Godspeed, bro.